All right, Justin.
Do you want to sit here?
This test is given to geniuses at the University of Wisconsin.
Okay.
People with 160 IQ or higher. Wouldn't you say that somebody with that high of an IQ should be making money?
Absolutely.
A potential money maker. But for some reason, these geniuses are flopping. They're not making any money.
I feel like I'm a little bit of a genius. And I don't make a lot of money.
You are,
but I still have to save my money. I do, man.
That's right. Let's save penny and penny on. You really know how to do that. Now listen, these geniuses, this test will pinpoint their problems. And if they take care of them, they'll be 100% success. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
All right. Out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, there's this island. It's not a very big island. And right across from it, I mean dead across, is another island. Now, this island has trees, and brush, rocks, big rocks, more trees. And over here, there's absolutely nothing. It's all beach all the way around. All beach all the way around. So naturally, the water that runs in between these two islands is what, Justin?
It's turbulent.
Rough and turbulent.
Got a lot of animals infested.
Now, one day, this little yacht had 5 people aboard. 5 people aboard, 1 woman and 4 men. Okay? They passed relatively close to these 2 islands. The water was so rough and turbulent that it knocked them over. Well, the woman, we'll number her number 1, made it to this island out here.
Okay.
2 of the men, we'll number them 2 and 3, made it to the same island. And number 3 managed to get an inflatable life raft with him to that island. Are you with me?
Oh, yeah.
All right. The other 2 men didn't drown. They made it to this other island, where there was shade and trees, and a few rabbits and berries. You know, just little odds and ends that they could keep them starving to death. Anyway, the problem was the woman was married.
1 second. He's saying let's all talk together.
The woman.
I think he said call Gavin. You want to FaceTime Gavin? Let's all talk together. He's basically trying to make us stop talking.
Okay. The woman was engaged to marry number 4. And here she was stuck on the island with 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the sun is baked on this island. These people here were just like bacon. They had nothing to eat except a raw fish that floated up. And they were there for like 30 days. And she could even holler to her boyfriend because it was only like 50 yards across.
But it was just too much to cross.
Yeah, too much to cross. Well, she really loved number 4 and he loved her. So she asked number 3, hey, you got that inflatable life raft with me? You know I would love number 4 over there. Could you roll me across? And he said, let me think about it. He said, look, we have no money.
Come on, let's go in. We're going to my bedroom.
It's important. We're doing this little
We're doing some paperwork, some office work. Go to your office and do your work.
All right. Good concentration, too, despite.
Okay, are you with me?
Oh, I'm with you.
Okay. And number 3 said, look, said, you know, there's no money on this island. Go get him, go get him, go get him, go get him. Anything happened to him, or we'd be all about. Anyway, he said, there's no money, there's no food. He said, I'm baking to death, starving to death, and lost 20 pounds. We've been there 30 days. He said, what do you give me for taking you over or trying? Because I could get out in the middle of the yacht and stand the pressure, you know, and lose my life. He said, I tell you what, you're going away? Go to your office. Go to your office and write.
Lord. I'm going to edit this down so that we can.
Yeah. No. Anyway, the woman was, he said, sleep with me and I'll carry you across. I'll carry you across.
Have sex with me, I'll carry you.
And she said, you can forget that. I'd rather die on this island. So forget it. Her boyfriend was missing her. Now, number 5 was a pretty good guy. He had built a hut in the 30 days he'd been there. he had killed a few rabbits and a couple of possums and found some worms and berries and stuff on that island. So, here she comes. Here comes your grandmother. This is your grandmother.
Y'all just stay outside so we can finish.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Now, he'd build a hut, and he could
Killing food.
and he had a fire going too.
He had some
some wood, and when fish would float up there, he would get them and cook them.
Mm-hmm.
So at least they were managed. And their boyfriend said, "Well, they're looking for us. I know they're looking for us." But 30 days over. But finally, she said, "Well, I love him so much that I
After
will
30
sleep.
days,
I'll sleep this night." So she said, "Hey, I got to noticing at 3 in the morning the water gets real calm for 30 minutes. We change the tide." And he said, "Last one will go, but you're going to sleep with me first." She said, "Okay." But first she asked number 2, she said, "Hey, would you help me beat him up? And you take the car." He said, "Lady, I don't want nothing to do with it.
She's
None
straight
of my
up.
business.
Number 2 says none of my business.
None of them been on nothing. That's between you and him. All I want to do is get rescued." Well, she sleeps with him. The tide slows down for 30 minutes. He takes her over there, and then he goes back because he's so embarrassed of what he
He doesn't
did.
want Ford to be mad at him.
Yeah, and he was embarrassed too of what he did. So when she told number 4 what she had to do, he said, "You're a pig." He said, "You ain't nothing but a pig, filthy pig whore. Get out of my sight. I don't even want to talk to you no more." So she was all upset.
Come on, honey.
She was all up. Let him listen to this. Just listen, okay? She was all upset. And he said, number 5 said, "Hey, no strings attached. I'll sleep in the hut in the daytime. You sleep in the hut at night." And he said, "I'll take care of you till we get rescued. No strings attached."
Fix a bed.
Right here. Anyway, so God don't make mistakes, right, Satan?
Right.
Right? God don't make mistakes. All right.
And let me just write this next to it. This is the woman.
Yeah.
This is the guy who wants nothing to do with
None
it
of my bed on
at
nothing
all.
to do with it. That's the guy that has said,
This is the guy that said, "Sleep with me, I'll take you across."
yeah.
I know.
This is the boyfriend.
This is the
He
boyfriend.
called her a pig, said you won't ever see her no more.
And then this guy, what?
He said, "I'll take care of you and feed you, and I'll sleep.
Until we figure it out.
I'll sleep in the daytime, you can sleep at night, and I'll take care of you till we get rescued."
And see, and I got to point this out during the thing that they did. Sorry.
It's okay.
During the thing that they did, say again. He hates for to not be the center of attention.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's stage man.
Stage man right there. Okay,
Now-
so
What did they
how
say?
do you rank it?
How do I rank it?
Yeah, I need to write down.
Listen to this. Hey, this test puts you,
Let's go play with my phone.
it kind of takes you out of your
I
regular
got something neat on
regular
it.
thinking, okay?
Right.
So when I ask you a question, I'm fixing to ask a question to send you into your subconscious. You're God.
I'm God.
Genius. God don't make mistakes.
Okay.
Which one of these 5 people need to go to heaven? Write them up on number 1.
Okay.
Which one needs to go to heaven? That would be the
Which
best.
one goes to heaven the most?
Yeah, talk about it. Which one should go to heaven? God's only gonna let one
And
person.
see, the one that I did last night had so much less than this, so I'm so glad to get this. I'd say the best one out of all of them is the guy that says, "I'll take care of it."
Okay, number 1, right? I mean number 5.
Yeah.
And each one of these represents something. Okay, there's room for one more person. Who's the next best person, Justin? Look them real close. God don't make mistakes.
I'd say the one that wants
God
nothing to
don't
do
make
with it.
mistakes. Okay. That figures. All right. Who should go to hell out of all 5 of these people? Go
The
straight
most?
to hell. Yeah.
The guy that said sleep with me.
That'd be down here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's at 5.
That's 3.
But yeah, that's one. It's the
At 5, yeah. Okay.
So
All
then,
right. There's 2 left, right? Who's the best person out of the two that's left? That would be 4 and 1. The woman that
The
loved the guy
man's
so
the
much.
better person of those two.
You say the man is the better. I figure the man's the better person.
And I remember
And then
that it kind of signifies that I'm.
no, the man is the better person, which would be 4. Okay, what does 5 represent, Justin? Sex? No. Love. Love.
Mhm.
Not sex. There's no sex involved. Love. Okay, the most important thing to you in the world is
That's
love.
true.
To you.
And still, these
Now,
are.
this is
You gave this to me at 10 years old, and I still was the same way. I
It
really,
is.
and then they did it
Yeah,
yesterday
yeah.
with less variables. I still kind of had the similar answers.
Yeah,
Like, I still think
yeah.
3's the
so
worst
you're
one.
a genius in this. When I pinpoint your problems, if you'll take care of them, you'll be 100% successful.
Okay.
I taught this in college,
Okay.
and I made it up.
As you went along,
And palm reading and burning candles and seances and
all that stuff.
Number 2, what does number 2 represent? None of my business on nothing to do. What's that represent?
I don't know. Remind me.
World philosophy.
I thought so.
That's the way the world looks at problems today. Hey, I got plenty to eat. I don't care if you're starving to death in India. World philosophy.
Okay.
You hip?
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, what does number 4 represent?
Morals.
Genius. Exactly right.
Your values.
Morals.
And hated her. And I kind of feel bad because she was stupid, but
Yeah.
she created these problems for all these people.
Well,
She's asking him to beat up folks.
you know,
She
sleeping with
should have
them.
never. But I mean, I like that you.
Now, if she really
You put a sympathetic slant on her by her waiting 30 days. Last night, she's just like immediately just
yeah,
does it.
that's bullshit.
This is so much.
People
more
would
than
be
this.
themselves for about 25 days. All right, what does 1 represent? Into our subconscious
Sex.
mind. Exactly.
Because hate it or love it, the woman always represents sex.
Exactly. No matter what, women are kind of
Even the other women.
They're kind of evil. All right, and what does 3 represent, Justin?
3 is, and I remember this business, and it's at the bottom of my list. This because I've always thought he was the evilest one, even with the context they laid it out in last night. I thought he was the most evil one.
Okay. You didn't do real well. You got love before sex, though. Business being the last one. You really need to do something about business. You could be making $500,000 a year if you would apply yourself. If you would really apply yourself, do some jingles, do anything.
Do anything to make. I'm going to
Yeah.
show them this picture real quick. That's the island and all the people, and here is my ranking and what it means.
Okay, now. 1 represents sex.
And it's good
Four,
when it's
and
good when sex comes after
After
love
morals, too.
and more. Okay.
Okay, you got high morals, you ain't just gonna sleep.
And you
with
know, I
somebody.
think maybe I
Okay.
voted him different too before I'd been in relationships. Because I remember being 10 or 11. I think that he is higher on the list after being cheated on a few times.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is.
Okay, now world philosophy, that's your biggest problem. Even before business, you were a genius, right? Quit believing what the world tells you.
About
everything.
mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't believe these songs. They get on Facebook and say shit that they know ain't true.
Yep.
And they'll do it over and over till they convince about 80 million people.
That's
And then
true.
80 million people that think wrong at the same time, you got problems. They all got
Good
this
point.
damn Mickey Mouse telephones. I hate it.
Yep.
Anyway, there you go. Love before
Well,
sex.
this is great.
Uh,
I'm so glad to have your
morals before sex. But if you'll take care of your business and quit listening to people, be your own man. Okay?
Mhm.
Don't listen to these women for sure. But the women they're complicated. Okay?
Okay.
This is a man's world. God made it for a man.
Well, I can dig every single bit of that. Check this, that last night the differences that they had were that if you just had the 4 people, you had the woman, you had the man that sold his boat skills for sex.
Yeah.
You had
The boyfriend.
But then she goes to the fourth person that's on the island, because the boyfriend is on the island with another person, and these two are just together, and says, "Hey, will you beat the boyfriend up?"
See, that's real technical.
It's like they combine the two.
Yeah, that's kind of
And so
that's
then-
stupid. Whoever's doing this test got it done to them, and they got it mixed up.
And they
'cause
didn't
don't
talk
even
about
know.
what the values meant either,
No,
which I was like,
that's so
why
important.
wouldn't you talk? That's
And the genius, they give us the geniuses at the University of Wisconsin,
Mhm.
and this pinpoints their problem. Is they will take care of them with the ones that did take care of their problems. Some of them had number 5 down here at the bottom. Everybody don't do this the same.
right.
If you give this to 100 people, you might have 2 that's the same.
Yep.
See? Because I thought the best person was 4. The guy,
Right.
The guy that had the balls to say, "Hey, I don't want you no more." You know, I'd rather you died on that.
Interesting. And like I said, I think I used to think he was further down the list, but now that I've been cheated on in a
You
couple
see-
of
you see-
relationships, it makes me change my mind on that.
Okay.
But thing
But
is,
keep this
you
thing.
having her be a little bit more sympathetic definitely flips the script. So it is funny that I still put her going to hell.
Yeah,
But I did.
yeah. Anyway,
she
you
cheated.
keep that. Fold that up.
Like the boyfriend would rather her just not.
Just
No, just
wait
assume
to get
stay over there,
rescued.
wait
But
until a better
it's
time.
kind of hard to do when you ain't got nothing to eat, no cigarettes and nothing.
Nothing.
You're baking over.
Oh, and here's another thing, and the teacher shut this down real quick, but imagine gender roles reversed. But somebody in the class said that, but imagine if it was 4 females and the 1 man, and would it be the same?
Well,
Isn't that an interesting